So we've got Ziggy here, and what I'm going to do with Ziggy right now is with a lot of dogs, you need to know how serious they are. Yes, this dog looks very serious and he puts on a show, but I really want to know how far he would take it in a very safe way. So I've got my dog in the backyard. Ziggy's going to have a fence between him and my dog. And then when they eventually get to meet, I'm then going to muzzle Ziggy as well so he cannot hurt my dog. And I even won't take it too close if it looks too serious. But sometimes you'll never know unless you actually let them get close. And often out in public, you don't get to have that opportunity because you don't want to freak people's dogs out. So I'm going to do it in my environment and we'll see how we go. Ziggy's all Hannibal lectured up with his muzzle on, which a lot of people think they'll go, oh, but now he won't attack, he's got a muzzle on. No, if he's going to do it, he'll still try. So want to get them in there? Nash, calm down. My only thing is my puppy might be too much for him and annoy him, but we'll see how we go. Where a lot of people go wrong is they look at these two dogs now and they're like, oh, there's no aggression, they'll be fine. Dogs can be cunning just like people. Sometimes they're very unpredictable. Just because they're not growling, they can set you up. They can set the other dog up. So you've got to take your time and don't be fooled into this and thinking they're great and next thing you've got a dog attack on your hands. Be very cautious. This will go for muzzled for a while. And the muzzle probably won't even come off today. And we'll see how we go. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Quick. Come on, dogs. You gotta let me in. So my puppy's obviously doing the play bell thing. Quite relaxed. Ziggy's been good. Nash has been good. He's learning. Nash, get your head off his. See how Nash put his head over? I don't want that. Nash, hey! No, I'm going to tell my own dog off now. Nash, play. Don't be a goose. That's a technical term for silly dog. I don't want my puppy annoying him and trying to dominate, put his head over top. I want him to just play and let Ziggy have his moment. That's better. Good boy. Good boy, Ziggy. Good boy, Nash. See it nice and low. No dot Nash. So I'm going to mark any behaviour I don't like out of Nash. I like when he's getting down low. No, Nash, don't be annoying. He's such a young dog, so I need to just calm him down. Hey, push him away. Tell him what I don't like. Nash. Every time I see, that's better. Calm down, buddy. Just let Ziggy walk around a bit. It's the only thing about my dog. He's very young and he might annoy Ziggy to the point where any dog would have a go at my dog. Nash. Because he's so young. So I'm not prepared still. But so far, we couldn't fault it. Good boy, Ziggy. Good boy, buddy. Good boy, buddy. Ah, Nash. Enough. That's a puppy coming out. Calm down. Hey. So that's the only thing about my dog. He's a little bit young for this. And a bit silly, good boy. So I need him to just calm down a bit. And I'm just correcting or marking behaviour I don't like. Nash. Yes, just let him be, buddy. Let him be. Good boy, Ziggy. Good boy. Let's take this lead off. Because we've got pretty good control now with the muzzle, so. Ziggy. Ziggy, come. Good boy. Nash. No. So my choice would be to have an older dog to meet Ziggy, but I've only got mine. He's young, but it's all very safe, so I'm happy. Nothing, Ziggy's not even really showing interest. But that muzzle still stays on. Because again, dogs can be unpredictable. But it shows you. Because often what happens is when you hold a dog back on a lead, it's a bit like humans. Nash, I don't want any of this. See this? No. None of this. I don't want any heads over top. You'll see if that goes on, that's what can lead to little altercations. Nash, don't be annoying, buddy. Where Ziggy's head was over top there, just a little bit. I don't want any dominance behaviour. I want a nice, relaxed dog. Ziggy, that's better, Nash. Good boy. Get your ball. Good. What I was saying, when a person's held back, often they can be tougher as well, and you let the person go and nothing happens. And sometimes this is what can happen with a dog on a lead. When you're holding it back, you may think it's a killer, and then you let it off lead, and suddenly that killer becomes nothing. Dogs do it. I've seen it a lot, and this is a good example. These two dogs have never met, and it's in Nash's territory. Ziggy hasn't shown any instant, and it's not because the muzzle's on. I'm telling you now. He's not, okay, he gets a little bit weird with a muzzle on him, but it's not stopping him being aggressive. He's just showing good signs. He's nice and relaxed. But today's a nice meeting. I'm certainly not going to push it. Good dogs. This is nice, much better. Nash is getting less annoying now and settling down. It's good. Good boy, Nash. Good boy, buddy. And it's good for my puppy too, my young dog, to meet older dogs and learn how to behave. So that's a really successful meeting so far. Anyone who's looking to introduce two dogs, that's a good way to do it. But the fence sometimes can also create more problems, but you have to have it because you want a barrier first up. You want to know that they're not going to try and kill each other. And then muzzling your dog, having it in a safe environment so it can't hurt your other dog. Hey, trying to get the muzzle off. And then once you're comfortable and you're watching their body language, like now, this is all good. See how still Ziggy stays. Sometimes he gets a bit still for my liking where he freezes, and that can show a little bit of intention sometimes. But he's Nash. See that? Mark that behaviour. Nash knows I don't want any feet on top. He's not to try and dominate Ziggy at all. Nash. When he puts his head on top, so when he comes up to Ziggy and does this and puts his foot on here, that's a no-go. That's dog trying to little dominate and push another dog around. And Ziggy, I can't blame him, he's not going to tolerate that. So I've got to mark or correct the behaviour from my dog and let him know. And then they just learn how to communicate and what level of play they can do and how they can get on. So I've decided Ziggy has earned the muzzle off. You're a pretty good judge of character. Good boy, Ziggy. Really, the only one I'm watching is actually my dog. To not annoy Ziggy, because Ziggy's all good. Provided my pup, my young dog, doesn't annoy him. Nash. Hey. Good. I know I'm grumbling at my dog a lot, but I just want him not to annoy him. I want Ziggy to be left alone. Nash. Nash. Good boy. Just leave him, bud. Ziggy's a bit of a rough player, which is that breed. They can be. Nash. Good boy. What you got? What you got, Ziggy? What you got? Give it here. You want me to throw it? Good boy. Hey, do you want me to throw it or not? I can't throw it if you won't give it to me. Hey. Good boy. So off lead, off muzzle, but I'm still lead on and just not being silly about things. Not thinking it's all fixed. But like I said, it'll be this dog that'll upset something, and particularly now that Ziggy has a ball, being not the breed he is, but the temperament he is. Very likely, if this dog come over now and tries to take this is where you can get a grumble and a growl. So I'm not going to look to start. Nash, leave it. Nash, leave him. Good boy, Nash. Leave it. You got a grumble before from it. Nash, leave it. So he learnt. Good boy. Just leave him, buddy. Leave it. Good boy. Just let him chew the ball. Nash? Yes. Good boy. So I still stand here and I be sensible. Everywhere they go, I stay on the opposite side so I can correct Ziggy. But you're never going to know. And I wouldn't be risking my own dog if I didn't read his temperament the right way. And even this comes back to that approximation training. So successive approximation and dog training and animal training. So you have an end goal. And the end goal will be to Ziggy be off lead, off muzzle, playing. But do I think he's ready for that yet? No, I don't want to be doing that yet, mainly because of my dog. If I had an older dog that wasn't as annoying as mine, because he's young, I might trust it a bit more. But I feel that my young dog could push the point where Ziggy gets cranky at him, and it won't be through him chasing to be aggressive. It'll be just like a go away annoyance and give a grumble. And I don't want to end this at all on a bad experience. So I'm just letting it settle. Ziggy's got a thing about a ball and chewing on it like a pacifier, because he does suffer anxiety. So I think this is where this comes from. It's like a therapy thing for him. It's quite fun to hear. Not through fear, it's just a hot day. And he's got the message, just back off, don't annoy him. It's all been good. But don't push the point. Yes, so what I was saying is that don't push it where you go, oh, they're like this, and then let the lead off and think it's all great. Do this over a few sessions and really get them comfortable together. I think that's a mistake people make with even teaching. Let's say you're doing a stay and you go, my dog can stay 2 meters, and then you go to try to go to 10, but you get to 5 and your dog breaks and you need to go back. Approximations, small gaps, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter. Like these two today, on the muzzle, off the muzzle, still on lead, still giving me the ability to correct the situation, still keeping my dog away, not letting him be annoying, not thinking, hey, it's all fixed and we've got a good situation. Just marking that my dog's probably a little bit confusing to him. See it, Nash, leave it. Leave it, buddy. But I have to do it. Nash, get away. What he was doing there, he's been annoying, and Ziggy's just been doing his own thing. Yeah, play with your own toy. Okay? Nash is soon learning that Ziggy's not going to put up with his behaviour anyway. I'm sure he would get a lesson because he is a bit cautious of him. He realises Ziggy's pretty serious. So the way I avoid this, obviously, the way I stop it is I just take the toys away, and then we don't have any possessive behaviour, because that's all this is, possessive behaviour, and he's dominant. He's not going to let him have it. But I can either do that or just keep my dog away and let Ziggy have a nice environment to relax in, and Nash just get to look at him and don't push the point today. And have a nice meeting and end it at that. And then we go through stages. So if I meet them again, I wouldn't have any toys involved to create any of this sort of behaviour between them, because every time Nash comes close, he gets a bit funny with him. But that's common to nearly all dogs. Don't think that this is just this dog. The dog has a toy. He's destroyed that ball, haven't you? Dog has something that's satisfying him as a stimulus. He doesn't want to give it up, and I can't blame him. So be aware and read the other dog, whether this is your dog, okay? So Nash, so replace this dog with your dog and make it aware, but don't annoy him. But Ziggy's the one now looking to go a bit closer, so I'll let it happen, obviously. If it comes from him, I'm okay with it, but not from him. It makes sense, because he's the one with the sort of behaviour issues we're dealing with. But if Ziggy's okay to crawl closer, that's saying everything's okay. So I'm going to go off his body language, not my dog's body language. It's not, he's in control of the situation. This guy's in control right now. So to show you the difference when you take the toys away, look, different dog. So be aware of that, and I was aware of it. If you're going to have something your dog's going to be possessive of, you've got a problem. But you look at Ziggy now, Nash has been good, he's calmed down. Don't have toys that can create possessive behaviour, because that's what's going to bring the instincts out of your dog. Nash, come. Good boy. Don't be annoying. Nash, come. Good boy. See, Ziggy's lost interest. Nash, here. Nash, come here, buddy. Good boy. There we go. Ziggy doesn't care. Like a bone. There's a bone there. Don't let him have the bone if you want me. That's nice play. That's nice. Good. That's good play. Good boy. This is nice. This is what we want. Don't bite though, but that's all play. Good, Ziggy. Hey! No! Nothing nasty. Nash, come. That's fine. I know you may look at that and go, that was terrible. Ziggy, no rough play. That's him playing rough. And all I'm doing is correcting that. That didn't bother me. Not acceptable, but that's that breed being that breed. Nash and Ziggy play nice. That's this breed, how he plays. They play rough. They get hold of each other. They bite cheeks. There's no malice in that. Nash isn't freaked out. There's no problem. Nash, come. But I've just got to mark what I think's acceptable of Ziggy. Nash, come. Good boy. Ziggy, here. Good boy. I've seen staffies, I've seen this breed play way worse than that. That was nothing. But I got a correction in. Ziggy, come here, buddy. That's a good boy. Come, puppies. There you go. Hey. Leave the lead alone. No. Beautiful. You don't misread your dog, and that would easily be confused for major aggression. That was nothing. he'll get caught up in the grumbles and the growls. So it's really important that you know your breed, because certain breeds grumble and growl when they play. And everyone knows Staffies, American Staffies, whichever, whatever. They grumble. They're really verbal players, so it'll sound savage. And that, where he grabbed Nash on the cheek, was nothing. There was no malice in that. That's how he plays. But I just have to let him do it, but then correct it. And he didn't do it again. He learns, Nash, go away. He's got a bone in his mouth. I'm not going to let my dog go near him. Normal possessive behaviour. So my puppy's just not aware of it yet, so I keep him away. Okay? But it's been good. It's been a very, very successful for me. So anyway, enough of my rambling. That's this process of steps of how you can go through getting two dogs together in a safe way, and knowing that they're going to be okay together. Don't get it confused. Learn to read your dog. Learn to know your breed and how they play, and understand what's normal play to them, maybe not to another dog, but normal to him. And mark it, correct it, the timing. As his teeth went on him and he played rough, I corrected him and he didn't do it again. He realised, I don't want that rough play, and he listened and he was good. Don't put possessive toys in an environment with two dogs that you're trying to get introduced, because you're looking for trouble. He was there with toys, but I kept him on lead, kept them away from my dog. Then I got them together, took the toys away. So it's a process to go through, but be aware of that. That can instigate problems. So if I don't want to have that, I have no toys in the environment, and then I know there's going to be no possessive behaviour. Doesn't mean they won't be aggressive, but I'm not going to promote it by having something that's going to ask for trouble. So be aware of that. And yeah, I hope you learned something. If you like this, guys, I appreciate if you share, like, subscribe. Don't forget to turn that bell notification on, so when I do a video, it'll let you know and you can watch my next video. And thanks for watching. See ya. One more thing I wanted to show you. You remember coming in, muzzle on? Come, buddy. Now we're leaving. Muzzle off, on lead. Two dogs that know each other. But you're staying, buddy. Boy. Nash, stay. Stay, buddy. Good boy. And two dogs that don't care about each other. Sorry about the bad filming. But that was a pretty cool transition. So what that shows you is, if you set up the situation, I know I said I was finished, but one more bit. If you set up the situation for success and you go through steps, you can get through. Not all, certainly not all. A lot of dogs sometimes just won't get on no matter what. They're too aggressive, too dominant. But in Ziggy's case, it's more about not getting to meet dogs. So he's got that anxiety, always wants to get to the end. Also, he is a rough player, so that can be confused with him being really aggressive. You saw him do that bite of my dog, his jowls and that. There was nothing in it. That was just him playing. So, but anyway, that was a pretty cool transition to show you between coming in and leaving and a good meeting. And if I do that with more and more dogs with Ziggy, he's going to get over it better and better and just go through that same process. So just need to keep finding volunteer dogs to get him used to it, and we shall help this dog a lot.